Yo, what up you guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be doing another tutorial, this time only for the creators, for those who create custom jobs in GT Online and publish them on Social Club. So if you're not one of the creators, if you don't publish custom jobs on Social Club, then you probably shouldn't watch this video. Okay, now let me give you a little preview of what I'm going to be explaining in this video today. It has something to do with your thumbnails that people can see on Social Club. So let me show you some of my thumbnails. Okay, what we got? Code by grinding. No, that's not the one. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. That's the first one. Armored Brawler versus RPG. That's the first thumbnail. Let's find something else. That's another one. Extreme Freestyle Track. There you go. What else? Extreme Windmill Parkour. RPG versus Flying Cars. That's my new one. The newly updated one. Which is getting a lot of popularity, by the way. You might want to play it, just saying. So, there you go. Okay, let me stop. As you've already probably understood, the one thing that differs these thumbnails from all the rest that you can find on Social Club on any other platform are the fucking explosions. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do in this tutorial. Let's not waste any time and get right into it. I'm gonna take a thumbnail for one of my jobs. Let's take a thumbnail with explosions for my RPG vs Bikers. Last team standing. There we go. So that's the current thumbnail that I have. It's pretty fucking sexy, as you can see, but what I don't like about it is that keep in mind that when people see it on the Social Club, the thumbnail is very small. You can't really see the ramps. So I want to include the ramps, I want to include the bikes, the platform, and the fucking explosions, of course. So what you gotta do, first of all, placement, prop. Now definitely want to use the dynamic props, as you already probably understood. Choose the explosive red tank. That's the first element, and then the second one is a buoy. A red fucking buoy right there. That's the two things you need to take a thumbnail with explosions. Equals the best thumbnail you can possibly take. So one thing that I already knew before is that a buoy is somewhat a dynamic prop. You can actually move it. You see, you can even move it by punching it, to say nothing of like ramming into it in a car. See, you can move it pretty easily. But then I noticed another thing. When I was doing my last team standing called Unfair Windmill Dodgeball, I put those things in the sky so that when the game starts, they actually fall from the sky on top of the players. But then suddenly, when I was taking a photo for my thumbnail, I noticed that one of the fucking boys was just fucking flying right next to my camera. And then 2 months later, I wondered what would happen if you put an explosive tank under a buoy. Like what would happen when a buoy hits it. And that's how I got an explosion, and that's how I understood that you can actually have explosions in your thumbnails. Okay, let's do it this way. First rule, well, not the rule, the tip, the first tip. Use the explosive red tanks. Why the red ones? Why not the gray ones or the green ones? Simply because of the reason that the explosive red tanks are very compact, meaning they're small in size, so it's easy to hide them in your thumbnail. Second of all, they produce a pretty good explosion. And third of all, they're red in color, and that's why they somewhat blend in with the explosion itself. Then use the red buoys. Don't use the green buoys. Well, again, just because of the color. That's the basis. Now the second rule, or tip, whatever you want to call it. How you actually trigger it. Let me show it to you. Let's put an explosive tank and then a red buoy right above it. Let's bring it up in the air, all the way in the air. Now the way you trigger it, all you have to do is just to test. You press test, then immediately you go out of the test and you get ready to take a thumbnail. Now the good thing is that the buoy is falling down very slowly, so you do have some time to get ready. You know what I'm gonna do? There we go. Just in time. Them reflexes though. You see, what's good about the last team standings is that you can actually explode the cars as well, along with the explosive tanks. Here's the thing is that I think, I was testing it a little bit, and I think that you have you have to place the car in such a position that the engine of the car is somewhat exposed to the explosion that the tanker causes. Now let's delete it. You cannot actually delete the car. I'll have to test it again. So that's the second thing that you have to know, guys, how to trigger it. Now the third rule, if you're doing multiple explosions, if you're doing, for example, 2 explosions, you gotta make sure that everything is on the exact same level. This is a key factor here. Now, how do we get all the stuff on the same level? As you guys probably already know, when you deal with the dynamic props and you want to stack them on the same level, you actually got to make sure that the second dynamic prop that you want to stack on the same level with the first one got to be slightly above the first one, because when you stack them, they actually drop a little bit. You see? So let's make sure it's on the same level. This should be good, I think. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Now, how do we get the buoys on the same level? Very simple. We just bring them up to the... Hold on. We just gotta bring them up to the very limit in the sky. The limit above which you cannot elevate the props anymore. So that's what we're doing. That's the first one. And that's the second one. Now they're exactly on the same damn level. Now let's put a fucking what do you want to put there? A bike. Yeah, it's bikers versus RPG. So let's put a bike in there. Let's use a small ramp. Now let's get the angle that we want to have. A cool angle. Now another trick that you guys probably don't know. At first I didn't know that. I found it out later. Let's get a cooler bike, by the way. Lecter? Nah. Yeah, buddy. We're gonna get a buddy. We're gonna get a shot with a buddy. So let me show you something. I test the game. I leave the test, and that's what happens. You see the bike, despite the fact that I stacked them on the platform, not on the platform, on the ramp earlier, at the angle that I needed. Now it's stacked horizontally after I leave the test. So in order for us to get a shot with the bike at a cool angle, all we have to do is just go back to placement, vehicles, pick it up again, and stack it back, and then delete the ramp. And now it's at the angle that we want it to be. Now let's get ready to take a thumbnail. By the way, what I do in this case is it's all about the timing. So you might want to turn up your speakers. That can help you with the timing a little bit. Yep. Fuck, I didn't have time to... Ah, damn it! Let's do it again. Yeah, the timing is the crucial factor in here. I suggest you always zoom out so that you can get a wider and cooler shot. It takes about a minute for the things to fall down. But it's good because it gives you additional time to adjust the shot and stuff. All about the timing, bitch. So as you can see, my timing is on point, but the thing is that I messed up with this prop, with this dynamic prop, because you can see it in thumbnail, and that's not cool. We don't want to see this thing, you know. We don't want to see any fucking explosive tankers there. All we need is fucking explosions. That's rule number 4, I guess you can say, is that you have to hide the props. You have to hide the tankers in such a way that when they explode, people will not see them on the thumbnails. And you should definitely hide the buoys when they fall down from the sky, because you definitely don't want any buoys in your fucking thumbnails. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. Now let's try to get a real thumbnail. Okay guys, we're back and here's the setup. So let's see what I have here. A bike on a ramp. I put a ramp under the bike, under the yellow bike, so it looks like it doing wheelies on the ramp. Then I have this one in there. The reason why I want to explode it actually when the buoy hits the tank. I want this red bike to get exploded. And this bike, this thing is not going to be in the shot definitely. I just want to make the explosion bigger by adding the bike explosion to it. And then I put a buoy above this one because this one from the angle that I'm going to be taking the thumbnail, this prop is behind the ramp, so you can't really see it. I already put the buoys up in the sky, so let's... Here's the shot that I'm going to be working with. Something like that. I don't know, let's see how it works. Hopefully it does. Immediately leave the test. Now as fast as possible. Let's quickly reposition the bikes. Now let's adjust the shot. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. Perfect, perfect. That's good. That is good, I think. What do you think? This is pretty damn good, ain't it? And there we go. And then bike also exploded. Should I take a thumbnail of this? I don't know, looks pretty sick to be honest. I just don't like this little part over here in the sky. Kind of ruins the shot, but you know what? If you guys doing the explosions for the races, it's so much easier. You do not have to restack the bikes and stuff. You know what? Maybe I'll do a separate video showing how you take a thumbnail for a custom race with explosions and with the cars. stacked at different angles, because I'm guessing some of you guys don't know how to stack the cars at a cool angle, how to make it look like, for example, a car is driving on a wall in a thumbnail. I can show you guys how to do that, and I'll throw in some explosions as well. So that's pretty much it. That's how you take the best thumbnail that you can possibly take. And I hope you understand that explosions make everything better. I think I don't have to explain it to you. On Social Club, people choose with their eyes. If there is a picture and a fucking text right next to it, what are you gonna do first? Are you gonna read the text or look at the picture first? Of course you're gonna look at the picture, and then if you like the picture, you might read the text. Okay, that's it. It's already been pretty fucking long. I'll see you guys when I see you. Bye.